We're here to do butterflies. It's our first one of the season. We've got a couple lined up, but part of the reason we're doing this early season butterfly trip is some of the bog specialists, Jutta Arctic, Meadow Fritillary, brown elfin, along with some of our other more common northern things that you might not have in the south, Canadian tiger swallowtail especially. But we hope to get out and see a few of those things.
I'm here to see everything that flies. To butterfly photography.
Excellent.
I'm Paul, I'm from Clearwater, Florida.
Love coming up here looking at everything. I'm hoping to see some of the early season specialties that I haven't seen very many of. The early season elfins and otters.
Right now we are up to 82 species of butterfly. It's a really lovely back part of the book. Talking about like phenology of things. We're here. We're going to start here because there's a lot here. We've got pollinator gardens. We're going to do a little loop around the parking lot. We're going to run up Grey Jay Way. Swallowtails are always really hard. We are in a spot that only has one. And so for us, we could just look at every yellow swallowtail and be like, oh, Canadian tiger, and be done with it. But this band is what we really want to look at. So this band in the upper wing is what we really want to look at. And this one is just kind of a solid, nice, beautiful line there. So with Easterns, it's a lot more broken up and sort of celled, right? Otherwise, they look basically identical. So that skipper is just right there. This is part of a bigger species complex, so what we're calling now Arctic skipper has a different name in Europe. Those yellow skippers in the late season, top side is really what you want. It's nice. This one's nice. It's excellent. Maples here, that butterfly landed right up in there. But let's come around here. Or Lucia. So here it is, right in front of us. There, just landed on the blue rock in front of this kind of yellow sandstone looking thing. The upper side pretty clean, uniform, just like a lot of our blues. So it's a little worn, which almost certainly needs an Azure. Here he comes. Sparky right now. Again, we got to look at one on the ground. There's another one, looks like. Anything else down on your end? Okay, just the Arctic skipper. No problem for us right now. Yeah. For your eye reference, it's all the peaks right now. Oh, okay. Yeah. Then I think that. Dark? Talking about hosts, we're talking about host plants for some of these bog species. We're dealing with, right here in front of me, Labrador tea. Labrador tea is one of our suite of 4 ericaceous plants. So 4 species in Ericaceae that a lot of our bog species use. And then we're Sparky just across all the cotton grass that's coming through here. So cotton grass is the fluffy white stuff. Labrador tea is the not fluffy white stuff. Not just butterflies, but if we're thinking just Lepidoptera in general, there's a couple dozen, if not more, Lepidopterans that use these plants as their hosts, and that's it. So when we think about bogs and bog conservation, really it's that plant community, right? The palm warblers are here because their food's here, because the plants are here. Lincoln sparrow, hermit thrush, all those birds are here because this understory is as it is. So when we get into big clusters, like we're seeing here, like we'll get up on our right and our left when we get up the trail a little bit more, that's where we should start keeping our focus on these butterflies. They'll come in to lay eggs, they'll also come in to nectar. A lot of our early season butterflies have overwintered in our area, so the camas and tortoiseshells and things, so they're usually not eating too much. But now that we're starting to get hatchers, then we're starting to get feeding going on. Meadow. Elfin. They're on the bog laurel. So just to the right of where I'm standing, right on the bog laurel, that little brown butterfly.
Oh, okay.
Doing his little tail. Flies with tails will do that as a distraction. But birds grab this instead of the front side of me. Gives them a chance to escape a little bit. They don't have a large tail, they just kind of have a little lobe. They have a little lobe that sticks down on that hind wing. Okay, great.
So they're kind of in the same, I just noticed on the checklist.
So again, the one bog laurel that's in flower on our right, that pink plant, sitting right there. Beautiful. But it is a very high plant. We are kind of in the middle of the range forest, but they're very territorial. So we should keep that in mind when we check these sections up here. Queen bumblebees. Even this late, we're still seeing a lot of queens. But yeah, frigidus up here in the bog laurel, there's one. I don't know if we've got any more back here, but there were a couple back here too. We are kind of at the southern margins of the limit of this species, so we are right at the southern boundary probably. There's probably some in Aiken County south of us, but this is a pretty rare thing that right now is only known for maybe 4 counties in Minnesota. This is probably the best place to see them because we have tons of them. We found them in 7 or 8 locations, and the more places we check with this stuff, we end up finding them. Now I want, oh, here he is. So he's in front of me to my right. So did it land on you? Camera. Sandra, did it land on you?
He's on your camera?
On my camera.
Okay, just wait, Sparky. There's a, looks like a
And there's a tiny brown just to my left.
So brown to the left.
Oh, look at the color. Oh, look
And there's
right
that little spot. So if you
There's
see
that spot's beautiful.
near the apex of the forewing, there's that little tiny spot. And a lot of our Arctics are very dull, except they have that little bitty spot. Ringlets are the same way. If you spend all the time around common ringlet, ringlets are related to the Arctics, and so they have that little spot.
If you're in South Florida,
Where is it now?
It's on your back, kind of.
Oh, come on.
Your hip,
Right on your black strap for your camera.
It's next.
funny.
It's trying to suck the juices out of it.
Oh, funny.
do they just have one brood?
They will, but it'll be a 2-year brood. So the caterpillars will take 2 years to mature,
okay.
and then you'll get the adults in every 2 years, basically. But it's
Back here
super
next
cool.
year, you wouldn't expect to see
Exactly. You come here next year, no dice.
But you see the other time?
Potentially, Macoons though is in the uplands. So if you were in like north of us up on the Iron Range, that's where you run into more Macoons Arctics. But in some places it'll fly in even years too. But Macoons Arctic, it looks very similar to Jutta. They fly in even years. So 22, 24, 26 they'll fly. With the common
Hope you enjoyed this episode of Clinton's Bog Ventures. There's more on our website and more to come.